Greetings everyone, this is your Indonesian fellow Father Kwan and welcome back again to another art showcase where I show you some of my finished arts or just one of them and explain to you how I did them all. Now in this episode I'm going to show you one of my finished fan art. This is a new one. This is a fan art of Yamaguchi Kisaragi, also known as Kisa-chan from Geijutsuka Art Design Class series. But this time with a little bit of a twist because I'm not only doing the drawing but I'm also recording it and making a bit of a much more detailed version of this video. We'll get to that later on, but for now, let's take a look and see how I finish this artwork. So as you can see here, we have our Synfig window. I'm still using the stable version, that's why the top window is glitched out. I prefer this version much more because it's much stable in my opinion. And as you can see, this is like just a blank file with a white rectangle in it, and this is the actual file. This is the next tab here. So let's open up and boom, this is the fan art. You might have already seen it if you check the Synfig forum, where I will just upload that this work first, but here it is. Now just ignore the name here. It says BKL and 9. It's just because I couldn't find a better name for this artwork. I'm just doing like make a blank file. It's supposed to be like a blank file, but the spellings kind of jumbled up a bit. So yeah, let's move on to the first part, which is gonna be the lines, the vector lines that I have drawn in this artwork. Now I've explained this so many times in the past, so I don't think I need to explain this in too many details. I've saved that for the upcoming video on this drawing in the much more detailed part one. Again, I'll get to that later on at the end of this video. Alright, here it is, the line art version of the artwork. First of all, let me just show you the sketch. Alright, here's the sketch that I've drawn beforehand, before starting to create some line arts in it. It's quite an okay sketch, but yeah, I would say I still struggled a lot in the process because I just have no idea whether the proportion is right or not. Now with the sketch is done, let's move on to the line arts, line works. Yeah, as you can see, this is pretty much the same as my previous drawing, where I create these hanging regions as usual regions, and it's alpha, just created over and over and over, and then create some enclosed shapes or not based on what it should look like. And again, it's pretty much the same as before, as the previous videos on how I'm working on this. So I don't think I need to explain too many of it yet. Well, at least yet. And then there's the fingers and there's glasses. The glasses made of in a very unique way. I decided to create circles here, and then as for the middle part, which is the nose part, I have to use several alphas on it. Where is it? This is the nose part. Alpha, this thing, this alpha comes from the circle part of glasses. And as for the handles, one of the alpha comes from this part here, and the other one comes from this part here, and the other one comes from this head. Also, you have already seen this part already. This ear bit here and the book here. Now this was done really late after I finished the entire line work. Essentially, I'm just coloring this part here because the area here doesn't need really specific coloring or shades. I'll just leave it there. It's kind of pointless to move these to region layer, which we'll get to that later on. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. There's not much different. If you want to explore this file a little bit further, you can check the link in the description, where it will take you to the forum, the Synfig forum, where you can download this file. There's an attachment in it. Now let's move on to the regions again. The region isn't much different. Again, I'm just using color overlays as for base colors and shades. As you can see, this color here, and as for the details, I'm using alpha masks. There are also a few parts where I have to draw shades. As for that, I'm just using these dark shades, and then do some sort of let's say very low alpha color. As you can see, this says amount at 0.4, this one 0.13. It's really I have to make it low so when the shade comes in, it actually affects only the part of the face. But because this is an overlay color, it also affects a few part of her face. So I have to set it to as low as possible, trying to avoid this effect on, let's say, her eyes or her eyelids, eyeballs, or maybe her lips as well. Again, trying to keep it as low as possible to not create some sort of fuss in the other facial details. And the other parts are just the same. The fingers here, again, just color shades and color overlay and alpha. That's all. So yeah, this is not much different compared to the previous drawings that I've ever done. Now let's move on to the background. This one is a little bit different. Let me just show you. All right, here is the background. It's kind of a bit unusual, don't you think? I finally managed to draw a very watercolor-like bush. This wasn't done without a very much time cost. No, as again, let me just show you. All right, here it is. There's a lot of curves there, here and there, like points and vertexes. If I turn on this tangent point, it will create much more lag because this is just a lot. The way that I'm doing it is I'm creating one curvy shapes like this, and I just duplicate it and change the positions a bit. That's all. Same goes to the other side of the bush, this one here. So yeah, if I have to draw everything like that, like curvy for every bushes, it will take forever. I mean, it might gonna take like 1 hour, I'm pretty sure. But other than that, because there's an easy way to do it, easy tip, just copy, paste, enter positions, a few of them. It's not too crazy. As for the clouds, it's pretty much simple. Just draw this feather shape here. So that's why it's blurry. As you can see, it's feather 0,1 and the other one 0,3. There's also some points where I create different colors again and using the alpha to unmask. I think it's onto, so it's unmask and create some feathers and shades and blurs again. Yeah, it's pretty normal, same as the bush, but much less curves. So it's not crazy enough, and it's good. Next up is the blue sky. The blue sky itself is quite unique. Again, I'm trying to make it less boring by not putting like a solid color. That's it. No, I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I created some. Let me just check blue sky. There are some color overlays here. This one here, and then this one here, and then this one here. And again, I'm using the unmask concept here. Unmask with blurs. So yeah, you can look at that. It's pretty good, isn't it? But other than that, the concept is still the same. Either I have to create base layer, base colors, or just overlay colors with mask or unmask. That's all. Now that I've explained everything in this drawing in a very brief, short descriptions, let's get to the end of this video. And that's all for today's art showcase on this fan art Kisa-chan drawing. Now, if you really want to take a look deeper in this, how I'm finishing this drawing, I have created a video on how I'm finishing this drawing. It's a much more detailed explanation, and it's like a step-by-step tutorial, but it's not really a tutorial. Now I decided to divide this how I draw things here in two parts. The first of all, it's gonna be the sketch and the line art. The second part is gonna be the coloring, detailing, background, and tying up some loose ends. There's some additions there. Now the reason I do that is because I've completed the first part, which is the line art, and it took me quite a long time. And the final result is a 20-minute video. So yeah, I probably don't want to merge them all together because the coloring part has this crazy details that I have to explain, including the detailing. Yep, details on detail. Now there's a little few things that I need to address quickly before this tutorial video come out. First of all, I do have to apologize in advance if there are some sections where my English is a little bit slurry. My English is not my first language, so it's kind of a bummer. The second part, there are a few mistakes in editing here and there. I do correct some of the stuff already, but if you want me to know where if there are some confusing parts, or if you want me to correct some things, or if you have suggestions, please let me know in the comments in that video after it comes out. Well, of course, after you watch them. So with the art showcase as already presented, and also I've give you the notice on the upcoming how and draw video on this drawing, I think it's pretty much safe for me to close the video here. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.